well, I've certainly been a busy little bee while I've been away. I got myself a Leader Megatron, and at first I was like, before I got it, I was like, yay, I'm getting a Leader Megatron. Now I got it, and now I got it in hand, and now I'm like, woo, I got a Leader Megatron. Now I understand why he was wanting to get rid of it for so cheap. Overall, this guy's big. I mean, just to point out, I mean, you guys usually see how close up my hands usually are, but look at this. This thing has a foot of wingspan on him. Usually on a plane, I usually do give it credit, but what really breaks the illusion is the giant feet underneath the wings. There's this particular version of him had so good potential. The actual CGI model of the plane model looked good. His actual robot mode lent itself to a lot of give toy-wise, and they took that and just bleh, all over the place. But overall thoughts are going to be later down the video. Let's look at him right now and just take him apart piece by piece. He is on wheels, of course, because you know they want all the things to roll. I do give it credit. I do kind of like this. I do actually like this shade of metallic blue, because in the right light you can't even really see the fade. It just looks naturally it's fading into it. I do give it credit for that. Now, of course, since it is a movie 1 liter class, it does sport some electronics. In this mode, it does have only one, and you just press that button, that black button down, and I have no idea what that was. The first time I heard this, I sat there for a good solid 2 minutes just pressing the button, trying to figure out what that was. Lights do activate when you press this, when you actually press the button, but it's in the chest. And since the chest is actually back here, it's kind of a weird... Okay, they activate here. There's the speaker for the noise. Nothing really activates outside of that. Okay, nothing really else to show off in plane mode because most of his features are locked down to robot mode. Oh dear. Okay, this one's a doozy. This one's a doozy. So, how to start transforming him? Let's go ahead and get some of the obvious stuff out of the way. You go ahead and compress the nose cone. And I do got some stuff coming for you guys. I really do. I managed to grab him a new mold and wreckage. I've been dying to get wreckage for the longest of times. He was that original mold, but you'll see him next week. And I scored him for a really great price. I scored him for 15 bucks sealed. Yeah. Anyway, okay, this guy is kind of complicated to take apart at first, but oh, now he wants to behave. He just kind of unravels like so, and of course you bring this back, and this will just kind of just peg in place. Move the arm, peg that down, peg that down. But now you have to come over here to the back, pull his head up. Well, first pull this down, and this is where his automorph will kick in. You unpeg this, and as you do it, I do kind of admit I do like how the wings are curling up. And this is on a spring, so you got to kind of hold that like this while you're pulling this up. You'll see at the same time the wings are folding up. And there we go. At first it's a little bit of stretch to make it actually click in place down there. Turn it around, peg, put that down, and you do want this nose cone to actually be down before these come down. And you just make sure that little clip goes in that peg right there, and they'll just it'll softly lock into place. Okay. Move the arms out of the way. Oh no, it didn't peg into place. Okay, so there we go. So we did. More automorph. More automorph. Which, it shows off more of that nice blue color. I really do gig. I really do gig. Yes, gig. Dig it. And I do like how they are definitely trying to give off the fact that he just became unfrozen. He's really cold. Whoop, I hit my camera. And it's trying to convey that message along, and I do kind of dig that, but the Voyager did it better with actual ice shards on him. Anyway, let's get back to this guy. So here, put this up like that, unpeg the hand. Now all his little claw hand things are this bendy soft plastic. Uh-oh. Okay. It froze on me there for a second. And rinse and repeat. And you just kind of click it one forward for the legs so he's standing nice and straight. And ladies and gentlemen, we have kind of a tall leader class movie 1 Megatron. I really have to get a new setup when I review later classes because, oh man, these things are tall for my setup. But anywho, he looks okay. This is definitely one of those types of molds where, hey, the robot mode looks kind of cool. I hate the backpack. Now he does feature the same kind of gimmick where Optimus had, where he had the little button on his belly to activate something. And get ready for this. You ready? You're not ready. You ready for this? You ready for this awesome feature? I know, right? It's so awesome that he doesn't scream, "I'm Megatron," or get the Allspark or anything. No, we didn't want to spoil that for the kids. That he screams, "I am Megatron." No, we don't want that. Not at all. You don't really need all that. You can get away with keeping that stuff down. Maybe remove the wings if you could. God bless. Anyway, that's one of the features. Let's look at another feature. Now, of course, in the movie, he did feature having a spike ball chain thing for his right hand, and he can mimic that to an extent. There is a little locking point right here in the same instance that's used on a gun. You just click that, and it'll loosen his arm down. And I can't remember how to do this. I think it's just like this. You kind of just ball it up, and you just pull on this. And there's an actual cord that stores in his little arm thing right here. Now you can have it all loose and like an actual flail, which I just realized this. This is some kudos right now. What did the G1 Megatron have in one of his first melee weapons? He had an actual flail. Holy snap, I just realized that. And he also used an axe, and Megatron also used an axe in later movies. Okay, my mind's being blown today. And of course it's on this little faint little string, and the string does feature these little plastic guard things, so it's really kind of hard to cut it. And for some odd reason, this little black part right here, if you pull back on it, will make the cord go stiff. I don't know why it does that. Maybe to swing it by himself. Leader Megatron with epic flailing action. Buy today for $54.99. Lights and sounds included. Anyway, I'm having just a little bit too much fun with that. But we do need to put his arm back together for the next part. Boop. Now, of course, it did show off in the movie that he did combine both of his hands into an actual blaster. And he can mimic that by you flipping this over. And you kind of bring these two together. And that will and that will put his hands together. I mean, that will do like the combining motion. And what you do next is that you actually take this part, you swing it around, and it's actually on a slider, and it'll actually, this is an actual soft stop, not a hard stop, because if you keep going, it'll just come right off. So you just soft stop right there, and it will go in the middle of the arms like so. And there's a little lever right here, so you just press that. Okay, that's effective. I get it, that's an actual gun. Oh my god. Stop it, Megs. Megs, go home, you're drunk. But from the top, it is kind of off center, especially because this won't lock for some odd reason. Maybe I am doing it wrong. Okay. But I wish this actually did lock in place. Maybe I wanted to display it like this. Maybe I want him firing off his gun. Maybe I want him looking cool, other than looking the stark face, black-eyed thing that he is. And of course, to undo it, you just pull it apart. It just soft pegs together. So, overall, now that I actually got... oh no, I never talked about the articulation. Haha. Arms do go in a 180. The wings will stop it. He does have an outward and inward motion. He does have a bicep swivel and an elbow swivel and wrist joint. I mean, the articulation is not bad, but thanks to the way he is shaped, the articulation is useless. Forward and backward, but because of this part and the battery butt, legs can't really go far, and I hit my camera again. He does have decent knee bend, I give it that. And the toes only move and jostle when you're messing with a mechanic because of this part right here. Because if you tilt it for the side for transformation, it'll go back. But let's see. Okay, head doesn't move because the way it transforms, and waist is non-existent. So, what do I think of Movie 1 Leader Megs overall? Let's get him in the frame really quick. Let's see. I think my first sentence really said it. It goes from, whoa, I have a Leader Megatron. It's fine. I'm not jumping over joy. I heard in certain reports that the Voyager was actually worse than this. And I'm like, how can it be worse than this? But then again, how can a leader class barely have any kind of limitations any kind of limitations in posability? But then again, that's also because it's trying to incorporate the Mecha Live feature. No, this isn't Mecha Live, this is Automorph. The Automorph feature where he's supposed to auto-transform. They're supposed to give him a couple of guns that are supposed to hide away, but they've done better in the past. Shoot, Deluxes are doing that better in this line. I can't really say... You know what? That sums it up. He can stand up on his own, but... That actually sums it up. He can support his own. He can be supported on his own, but literally only standing up. Don't transform him. Don't really do anything with him at all. I mean, he does make a good set piece. Just one tip: do that. He actually looks better. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out. Thank you for checking out the review today. I'm gone, I'm Ghost, I'm Pestilence, I'm out of here, and I'm out of it today.